Hello, this is Take a Shop. Today, we are repairing the pitch controller on an original Technics SL-1200. So what can you do when the pitch control potentiometer on an early SL-1200 is broken? In most cases, we first clean the inside of the control potentiometer. If the problem is caused by dirty or oxidized contacts, cleaning can often bring it back to life. However, some units cannot be repaired by cleaning alone. The internal parts may be worn out, or the shaft may be physically damaged. The problem is that this pitch control potentiometer has a very special structure. The tip of the shaft is threaded, and the pitch knob screws onto it. Today, this exact replacement part is almost impossible to find. So in this video, we will modify a standard 1K ohm B-curve potentiometer and make it work as a replacement pitch controller for the original SL-1200. First, let's check the original part. The resistance value is 1K ohm. The taper is B-curve, or linear taper. At the end of the shaft, there is an M3 thread. The pitch knob is screwed onto this threaded section, so our goal is to recreate this threaded tip. Here are the parts and tools we will use: a standard 1K ohm B-curve potentiometer, an M3 set screw, 10 millimeters long, an M3 tap, a 2.5mm drill bit for the pilot hole, a hex key for the set screw, and a rotary tool for cutting the shaft. The first step is to cut the tip of the new potentiometer shaft. We cut it gradually using the rotary tool. Do not cut it all at once. The shaft and the body of the potentiometer can become hot. This may cause burns, and the heat could also affect the internal parts of the potentiometer. So cut a little, let it cool, and then cut a little more. Next, we drill a hole in the center of the shaft. This time, we drill a 2.5mm hole about 5mm deep. The important point here is to drill as close to the center as possible. If the hole is off-center, the knob will not rotate perfectly straight after installation. It may still work, but the knob can wobble slightly, which does not look good. So take your time and aim carefully for the center. After drilling the pilot hole, we cut the thread using an M3 tap. The shaft is small, so do not use too much force. Turn the tap slowly and carefully. It is safer to turn it forward a little, then back it off slightly as you go. Once the thread is finished, we install the M3 set screw. Now we have recreated a potentiometer with an M3 threaded tip, similar to the original part. However, there is one more issue. The standard potentiometer does not have exactly the same dimensions as the original part. If we install it as is, the pitch knob will sit slightly higher than the original position, so we need to adjust the height using washers or spacers. In this case, we used the original nut as a spacer to bring the knob height closer to the original. Also, many standard potentiometers have a small anti-rotation tab. This tab usually does not fit the original SL-1200 mounting plate, so we remove the tab before installation. Since the tab is removed, the potentiometer must be secured firmly with the nut so it does not rotate during use. Finally, we check the knob height, the feel of the rotation, and the pitch adjustment operation. Now the original SL-1200 pitch control has been restored using a modified standard potentiometer. It is not a genuine original part, but it restores the function and makes the turntable usable again. With vintage turntables, original replacement parts are often no longer available, but if you understand the structure, many parts can still be repaired or recreated. At Take a Shop, we inspect each unit carefully and restore these vintage turntables so they can be used and enjoyed again. At Take a Shop, we regularly share maintenance, repair, and restoration videos focused on vintage Technics turntables. We also sell professionally serviced turntables and replacement parts through our eBay and Shopify stores. Be sure to check the links in the description below. Thank you for watching.